Okay, we are live. I think I'm gonna take a sec to let the chat populate. Probably shouldn't do that, but oh well. All right, let's get the game loaded up. Alrighty. Hag and White time. I'd say how's everybody doing, but there's no chat yet, so I don't know how everybody is doing. I don't know. I might as well get started. Act like there's people here. So, welcome everyone to Hag and White. This is a ROM hack created by Saint Rubenio, and it is based around the gimmick of you get very limited access to staff using classes, which means limited amount of healing. And this is both important for the this is both worked into the world building and also into the gameplay. And I would say the real big thing about this hack is actually its writing. I think that I have not played this through myself, but I have watched a couple of other playthroughs of it. I watched the Sia Oz do a Let's Play of it way back in the day, and I also remember Zappy McCraw is doing a Let's Play of it currently. So I know of the story, and this game's writing is actually really, really good. This is one of the that's one of the things that made me want to check this game out. But yeah, let's just jump right in. I think I'm gonna just play this on normal difficulty for starting out, because this is my first time properly playing this game. Hopefully I don't get my ass kicked too hard, but you know, normal difficulty, so probably not that big a deal. Alright, let's get started. Prologue, Fateful Crossroads. Activate casual mode? No, I am going to play this as, Activate fixed growths, interesting. Ooh. You know what? No, I'm not going to do fixed growths. You can change these settings and the difficulty later on in the game. Nice of you, Rub. That wasn't a feature in previous versions of this hack, at least as far as I could tell.
Gee, look at this, Lopez. A little old lady.
Hell of a weather to be taking a stroll through the forest. You lost, m'lady? Well, you're one lucky grandma. We're here to escort you somewhere nice and dry.
She doesn't seem the rich type to me. Do we even bother?
Course we do, you moron. Beggars can't be choosers. With that runt bearing down on us, we gotta take what we can get. Besides, everyone's got someone that loves them in the world. Somebody'll pay a wee ransom for you, right, ma'am? Leave me be. I have no time to waste.
You trying to order us around, old coot? Boss, lemme...
I'll handle this, Fango. You always get too carried away.
Oh, fine.
I'ma take you alive, but that don't mean I can't rough you up some.
Alright, and we get the first members of our scrub squad.
Drat! Drat, drat, drat! Not you again! Why do you always have to pop up everywhere we go? We're not the only bandits in the realm, you know.
You're the only bandits in this area, though. At this point, anyway. The rest were not nearly as stubborn as you. Now, how about you give it up? You know you can't beat us.
Oh, can't I? Wanna bet, bow girl? You ain't gonna get lucky shots on me forever.
I'll break every bone in their bodies, boss. Just say the word.
You got it. Let's go, boys. Bring 'em all to their knees.
Guess no one cares I'm bleeding out here, huh?
Well, that's okay. Don't mind me. I'll just find a hole to die in.
Oh, you useless. Fango, you and the rest take care of this. I'll help Lopez home.
You got it, boss.
Kyra, you're hurt. Nothing that can't be patched up later. But what about you, lady? That was a close shave. I'm fine. Am I supposed to give chase, Kyra? There's too many of them. Stay close to me, Phobos. You as well, lady. The others should be on their way. These idiots are in for a nasty surprise. We just have to keep them at bay until those two arrive. Alright, here goes nothing.
And so begins the map.
We have some units to start out. Alright, so first up is Kyra, who is the main lord. Kyra, the stout-hearted, strong-headed chief of a mercenary band of sorts. She is a huntress, a woman who honed her skills with the bow to provide for her loved ones. She is effectively an archer lord, which I think is really unique and interesting. She comes with skills, if I can scroll down to them. Outdoors woman, which is effectively the acrobat skill, and supply, which access to the convoy. Her bases, and then her growths, select, yes. 55 strength, 30 magic, 60 skill, 45 speed, 50 luck, 25 defense, 20 res, and 75 HP. Yeah, Kyra is a very interesting unit. I'd say that, like, in terms of overall effectiveness, probably, like, low A tier, solid B tier. Bows are actually pretty good in this game, but unfortunately Kyra kind of doesn't get access to a lot of the tools that really make bows worth using here. So she's like solid infantry unit, but like not amazing, although she does get a really interesting promotion. Then we have Phobos, an insecure and fearful young man from Kyra's hometown. These are his bases, and his growth rates: 45 strength, 5 magic, 55 skill, 50 speed, 25 luck, 30 defense, 10 res, 70 HP. Yeah, Phobos is a character who I see get benched a lot in his playthroughs, and I don't know if I'm going to use him long term, but he is, obviously he's pretty good right out of the gate. Because he's a sword unit dealing with a bunch of bandits. And then we have Apate. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. I always wanted to make the joke with her name. Apate, 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 Apate. An elderly woman of unknown origin and unclear motives. She is a bishop, a practitioner of searing light magic, today known only to a select few. Apate is the only healer you're going to get for most of this hack. Hag kind of bills itself on you only get one healer. That's only half true. You do get a second one much later on in the game, but that's not for a while. So Apate is going to be the only staff bot you have access to for a good chunk of the adventure. And as such, she's obviously really powerful. She's a pre-promote. She has pre-promote stats. Arguably, she doesn't get, like, any combat application, any, like, combat tools for a good chunk of the game. So she's not exactly going to be taking advantage of her super high stats all the time. But, all things considered, her ability to be, staff bot out of 10 is still important. So I'm going to start by having you... Oh, we have options. Everything is set like so. Okay. Settings are how I like it. Except maybe... I'll stick with the white windows. Alright, so Kyra. Let's see here. Pate, you go this a ways. Because I would actually like you to bait some of these brigands into moving. Alright. And this actually triggers a little interesting thing. What? What did you just do?
Focus on the battle. We can talk later.
Yep. We'll find out more about why Kyra's so surprised about healing magics. Alright. So, Kyra, you start by shooting this guy. You can actually... You think you can actually hold the L button down. Yes, and it'll skip through battles. Which I may be using that feature a lot. Especially early on. Just to keep the pace up. Although I also may not be super consistent with it. Yeah, this is gonna be... This is gonna be, you know, basic early game chapter is basic. And it's mostly axe units. You get 2 new units.
Hurry, Hecate! Onwards! We must make haste!
I'm making haste, aren't I? Look, one leg in front of the other.
Faster, girl, faster! Our friends are counting on us.
We can count on our friends, too. Tyra's a tough nut to crack. I'm sure the brigands are in worse shape than they are by now.
And? Does that mean we are to leave them to the wolves?
No, it means we don't need to perform miracles. We've been plenty fast. Let's not overexert ourselves, huh? Conserve our energies for the tussle ahead.
A fair point. Nevertheless, we swore an oath. Oaths must be honored. Full speed ahead.
Knock yourself out. You're supposed to be the vanguard anyway.
Alright, so we have 2 new units now. We have Soter, a former Holy Knight who joined Kyra's band seeking purpose. He is a Holy Knight, which is effectively heavily armored Tartaran Knights possessed of both might and magic. Promotions, General and White Dragoon. So this hack handles classes a little bit differently compared to standard GBA, vanilla GBA, and I have slightly mixed feelings about how it goes about it, because it's basically... Because its idea of it was basically just give everybody tomes, which I'm not super fond of that, not super fond of that solution. But Soter here. Soter is an odd case because he's a very useful unit early on, but he's arguably not super worth training in the long term because of story reasons. But I'll go into that much later. His main thing is that he has very high defense and probably the highest defense growth of any character in the game, which, you know, kind of unfortunate that we gave that to a character who isn't going to be sticking around with us for the entire story. So his growths are 50 magic, 50 strength, 35 magic, 55 skill, 30 speed, 40 luck, 55 defense, 30 res, and 90 HP. Very high, very good growths overall. But like I said, you know, temporary unit. And then we have Hecate, a practitioner of dark magic who joined Kyra's band seeking to hone her art. Magic wielders trained in the dark arts proliferating in Glamorgan. Promotes into druid and artificer. Yeah, this a lot of really interesting new classes. Her growths are 20 strength, 55 magic, 45 skill, 35 speed, 40 luck, 20 defense, 40 res, and 65 HP. Hecate, as far as like an early game dark mage is concerned, I would say is pretty alright. Oh, I'm getting notifications from Facebook. But yeah, I'd say that in terms of like early game mages, she's pretty good overall. There are some pre-promoted druids that you get later on that do give her kind of a run for her money early, much later on in the game, but that obviously doesn't show up for a while. So, I think... Okay, you have a hand axe. Alright, so let's get down to business. With this house here. I don't know. I think I might actually go visit it, because I do want to try and show off. I do want to show off as much content as I can. Alright. Hecate, go here.
My, you're up early. Don't worry, though, so was I. Oh, you're one of those sellswords protecting the next town over, right? I have to commend you. I hardly ever see a brigand dare cross that village. But lately they've looked, I don't know, riled up somehow. Watch yourselves. You're the only obstacle between them and us.
Alright. Okay, now to figure out how to deal with this situation here. Okay, Phobos kind of needs experience at this point. I think what I'm gonna do is have Kyra soften this guy up. And then Phobos, you go here and bop him. Oh, hey, Armory. Didn't see you join. I only played through the first chapter of Hag. So I don't know if you actually care about spoilers for this, but, you know, I do plan on going past the first chapter, so, entirely up to you. Also, hi, Aesir. I stuck with Hecate till the end. She turned up very good. Fairly decent defense with great res. Eupraxia was pretty much immune to magic by the end. I'm actually not entirely sure what characters I'm going to be using for this playthrough. Because there's definitely a lot of really cool units that I haven't seen. I should mention, I've watched a couple of playthroughs of Hag and White. I haven't played the hack for myself. But there are a couple of like really interesting units that part of me wants to test out. The only thing with this hack is that one of the big things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be abusing leadership stars like a mofo. Because that's kind of the meta of this hack, for better and... Well, I'd say for better and or for worse, but it's mostly for the worse, I would say. One of the few complaints I have about Hag is how it handles leadership stars. Right. Okay, Phobos, you deal with this guy. I should probably be B. Alright, Phobos, your first level up. You get strength, speed, and res. Okay, not a bad start, not a bad start. Oh, too late on pressing L. I don't mind at all. I saw Sia Oz do a playthrough of it some time ago now. I overall like it and do want to play more of it one day. Okay. I mean, you know the story, you know all the twists and turns that it takes, so, you know, who am I to stop you? Oh wow, 50 experience right off the bat. I know that was a thief that we just took out, but you know, that's still quite a big chunk of EXP. Alright. Nice dodge. And you have a hand axe, that's kind of annoying. And you have a firebrand. That's one of the big things about this hack is a greatly expanded amount of magical weapons. Not just in terms of tomes, but like special magic swords and stuff like that. I actually want to take a sec to look at these guys. Purloiner, a small-time ne'er-do-well following Begonia's say. And then we have Fango Dango, one of Begonia's henchmen, as tough as he is dim-witted. He is a fighter. Ruffians whose combat style is uncouth yet no less effective for it. Promotes into warrior and bounty hunter. And then we have brigands, who lawless combatants whose wild swings tear their foes asunder. Promotes into berserker and hoplite, or hoplite. Then we have thieves, multi-talented knaves with an eye for riches and a preference for the shadows. Promotes into assassin and artificer. Okay. Soter de Mayo, you go here. And we'll have Hecate bring up the rear kind of slowly. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think what I'm going to do is have Kyra... not shoot that guy. Shoot this guy! Blammo. The Armor Knight animation for magic is like, look at my arm. Yeah, it kind of is. I ended up lucking out by having my Soder stat screwed, so I benched him early on. As soon as Alonso showed up, I never looked back. Blessing in disguise. Yeah. I mean, it's nice that you two already know. It's nice that I have people who already sort of know what to expect with this hack. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try and be vague about it for reasons of not spoiling the story. All right, Phobos. Okay, good, clean couple of hits. And it's time for enemy phase. Nice miss, jackass. Right. And then we get firebranded. I think AC here knows more than me. I only know about Soder. So Armory, did you watch all of Sia Oz's videos on Hag? Or did you stop at a certain point? Because I'm just mostly asking out of curiosity. Let's see here. Let's see. By the way, guys in chat, is the stream running at a reasonable frame rate? Is it? I just want to make sure that it's not lagging like it was throughout most of yesterday. Most of them, TBH. I'll say the twist was pretty damn good. Caught me by surprise, yet made perfect sense in hindsight. Yeah, I mean, I said this earlier when no one was here. But Hag's writing is actually really good. Like, this is one of the best stories I've seen from a Fire Emblem ROM hack, and honestly, just from any Fire Emblem game, official or otherwise, period. Let's see here. Phobos, you get another level up off of that. Alright. And more speed. More speed is always nice. Let's see. Soder. It's really annoying that these talk conversations are one-sided with Kyra and her friends. It's another thing that this hack does sometimes, and I don't care for it. Alright, and these guys are not moving until I get into range. Yeah, we'll have Phobos dodge tank them. And meanwhile, we'll get some talk conversations with Hecate and Kyra. Hey there, Chief. Hecate, took you long enough. Please, not you too, huh? I'm here, aren't I? Of course, I'm just messing with you. With your magic on our side, it's as good as over.
I'll show this lot the full potential of the dark arts. Oh, what am I saying? They don't even know what a book looks like. Doesn't take a scholar to know pain, though. And pain they shall have. And Soter, talk to you.
Kyra, my bold friend. Still breathing, eh?
Breathing easier now that you're here, Soter.
Ah, these ruffians are no match for a true knight. Their blades bounce off of my pristine armor. Justice shall prevail over their wicked ways tonight.
Glad to see the weather's not dampened your spirits.
It has dampened me, though. Let us finish this before we all catch a bad cold.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A lot of little charming interactions. I should have skipped over that. Max the Mage Lord, I watched all of... Okay, stream has been fine so far, no lag at all. Max the Mage Lord, I watched all of Sia Oz's Hag videos. Yeah, I did too. They threw so many valid red herrings and didn't make the answer stupidly obvious, so when you look back, you see people's actions, behaviors in a new light. I'm aware of also some stuff they have missed. Yeah. That was one thing, is Sia Oz failed to recruit one particular character. I am going to attempt to recruit everybody in this hack, and thankfully I should actually succeed at doing it. Oh, you have a Sword Reaver. I did not check. That's on me. That was a bit boneheaded, but oh well. Gives more for Apate to do. Not that this girl would have killed Phobos. Anyways. These purloiners. Alright, and Fongo starts moving. Let's see, who really wants the experience? Not Soter. Hecate, you take this guy out. Give us a level up, and we get magic, skill, speed, and luck. Ooh, all the offensive stats. I like that. And then meanwhile, Fango, you just have a steel axe. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Apate, heal Phobos up. Apate, 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 apate. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. I'm gonna fold you into a neat little bow. I was gonna say, or you can dough you missed, but that did not happen. You got hit.
Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm cut. Okay, I give up. I yield. I surrender? Whatever you want to call it. Just don't skewer me, please. Damn it, ease up. That hurts.
Don't be such a baby.
Come on, please. Just let me go.
So you can run right back to Begonia with your tail between your legs? I think not. You're going to spend the night in the dungeon.
Gah, I'm such an idiot. Ugh, so sorry, boss.
You just be glad you're not worth killing. I think we ought to have a conversation, lady. Well, what's there to talk about? She's a heretic. Why are we still talking to her? We should be making tracks. Nothing good ever comes out of mingling with her kind. She'll steal our life force. She'll siphon our blood. If the Inquisition doesn't round us all up first for harboring her. Phobos, you've done enough. Please return home. But, Phobos, please. We'll catch up. Forgive him. He tends to worry. His is not the strange reaction. Yours is. Mine? You've got to admit, it's pretty weird how calm you are. We face a life ringer. A real one, fresh off the tails. First and foremost, she was a person in need. What, was I supposed to let her be taken by those brutes? I'm not saying that, but... Hey, Soter, aren't you going to weigh in? This is meant to be your area of expertise, right? A holy knight.
Formally, this armor is all I have left of those days. And yet...
No one here has any will towards you, rest assured. I am willing to answer some questions. But there is no sense in staying out here, is there? Fair enough. Come on, everyone. Let's get out of this rain. You as well. We'll provide you a room for the night.
Kyra, are you certain?
Later, Soder.
Very well. Back whence we came.
Thank you. Alright, follow us. I didn't catch your name. Call me Apate.
Alright. And that is the prologue done. Apate is the #1 Morbius fan. I don't know what that's a reference to, if anything. So, I'm just gonna have to take your word for it. Alright. Moving on to Chapter 1. How's everyone doing today, by the way? I want to start, trying to interact with my regular crowd a little bit more. Tartaros, 406 AF. The theocracy of Tartaros was founded some 400 years ago by Dolus I, who would be its first Hierophant. Founded upon the tenets of the Church of Anima, which reveres the Mother Earth and the blessings of the elements. It is a powerful and prideful nation that rewards fidelity and harshly punishes all that is deemed heretical. The current Hierophant, Dolus IV, inherits his sacred bloodline's duty to protect the country's way of life. By means of the Order of the Holy Knights, the Inquisition, he stamps out dissidents wherever he finds it. And we go to Percote, Kyra's home. Hey, Redbeard.
Lassie, another job well done, I assume? Of course, we got Begonia's big guy. What's his name? Who cares? Important thing is that he can bugger people no more. As head of the guild, yada yada, here's your reward.
3,000 gold.
Say, who's your friend? Ah, that's Apate. We saved her from the bandits. Scum of the earth picking on an old lady like that. Well, you've got a scary enough look in your eye. I'm surprised it alone didn't scare him off. What's your story, ma'am?
Listen, it's a bit of a long one. I'd like to see Elias first. That okay with you?
Well, it's been a good morning for him, too. Boy got up early, hoping you'd come back already. I took him for a walk while we waited. Made it all the way to the church.
That's great.
It left him a little bit winded, so he's back in bed now. Still, that's pretty good, don't you think?
Thanks, Redbeard.
Don't mention it. Want me to show your friend to the guest room?
I'd like to introduce her to Elias. This way, Apate.
I think I understand. One thing's for sure, something's up here.
Elias, are you awake? Sis, you're back. Redbeard says you walked all over town today. I'm proud of you, big guy. Thanks. I just couldn't rest easy while you were gone.
So this is why you reacted the way you did. To the rest, I was a bad omen. To you, I was a blessing.
Do you think if you poke him with your miracle stick?
Fresh wounds are one thing, illnesses are another. First, I would have to take a long, thorough look at him. And the longer I spend in this room with you both, the more questions that man will ask himself.
Redbeard? Nah, he's...
Help! Somebody help! The brigands! They're everywhere!
What? Elias, find somewhere to hide. What's going on? Oh no.
Begonia's troops are back.
What do these bastards think they're doing? They dare to raid Percote?
Kyra!
Redbeard, please, stay inside. Keep Elias safe.
Got it. You'll have nothing to worry about out there. So don't lose focus now, lassie.
They will pay for their recklessness.
There are a lot of them. Let me assist.
Thanks. The others are probably already fighting out there, too. We'll show these ruffians the price of attacking our home.
Certain mechanics may not work exactly as you expect in this game. Peruse the in-game guide for clarifications on such details. The guide will not be updated as the game progresses. Before I do that... going home from college right now. Done with calculus. Nice, Aesir. Been fine. Went to the gym and had my dinner. Now playing Terraria while watching the stream on the side. Oh, nice, Max. Yeah, I went to the gym
early. I went to the gym kind of early today. That's what I was originally planning on doing this stream tomorrow, but I ended up deciding that there was a little too much going on with me in the afternoon tomorrow to really make it work. I don't know if Zane had mentioned already, but I do like these portraits so far. Yeah, the portraits in this game are really good, and a lot of them are definitely custom. But they're all quality for the most part. I don't think that there's any that are splices, but I mean, honestly, I very much prefer custom portraits to splices, so 'tis nice to see. All right. So we've got a few things to do here. Soder, do you? I think I forget if Kairos joins next turn or if we have to go into the church to talk to him. I'm guessing he'll just join next turn. But anyways, Lopez, one of Begonia's henchmen, a bitter, sarcastic scoundrel. And he's a thief. And we also have archers. Warriors who prefer to hang back and pepper their foes with arrows. Promotes into sniper and Mamluk. You know what, Soder, we'll have you go in here. The mother surely weeps at such a sorry sight. There is scarcely little I can do to assist you in this. But please, I beg you to take this, with my blessing. I doubt these misguided fools count mages among their ranks, but the time might come when you can put this to use. May her mercy be bestowed upon you. Alright, we get a pure water. That is not super impactful right now, but it may be at another time. Steel, iron. Okay. Do I dare to go into the guide before we go any further? Alright. Let's see. Guide. Alright, stuff. Poison the well. Poison is slightly stronger than usual here, dealing 3 to 6 damage per turn. Be careful with your poison units. Kiss the boo-boo. Healing sources, as the premise might indicate, are more limited here than usual. Forts, thrones, and gates no longer heal units standing on them. Vulneraries still exist, but they're more expensive. Them's the breaks. Unfamiliar familiarity. Most changes made to weapon numbers in this game are small and easy to adapt to. However, the anima tree in particular has been greatly overhauled. Be careful, these tomes might not function exactly as you expect. There's also no magic trinity. No magic type has an innate advantage over one another. Beyond that, there are new weapons, items, and classes. When in doubt, never forget to press R. Very effective. Effective weapons target a list of classes. Equipped weapon is irrelevant. The lists are too long to relay here in their entirety, but here are a few tips. Weapon-effective weaponry is good against infantry classes that can equip that weapon. Armor units are only weak to armor-effective weaponry. All units on horseback are always weak to horse-effective weaponry. Magic-effective weaponry is good against light infantry units that primarily use tomes. When in doubt, select a unit and look out for white icons with an exclamation point over enemies. Brown icon with an exclamation point means the enemy has a high critical chance. Don't mistake the two. Soups and ports. Supports cannot be obtained in the same manner as in the classic games. Don't waste time stapling units next to each other, for that will do nothing. Supports are instead unlocked by different means. More on that later. Superb rank. Having an S rank like in the base games grants stat bonuses when using that weapon type. However, the bonuses are different. It is +1 might and +5 hit. Be careful. You will never learn a skill in this game by leveling up or using an item. Instead, each promoted infantry class plus some mounted classes has an assigned skill. Certain characters will also have a personal skill, but this is not common. In rare cases, characters or classes might have multiple skills. All mounted classes have basic canto, even if it's not specified. World's End. Without Kyra and Apate, the story cannot go on. As such, their deaths will end the game. Certain other characters will also cause game overs on specific maps. Fret not, you will receive a warning when this is the case. Oh, and all of this applies even on casual mode. Protect your VIPs now. Training manual. What follows is a list of weapon EXP yields which are slightly different in this game. Any weapon not listed below gives 1 weapon EXP per hit. Weapon EXP gains are doubled on kill. 2 is... okay, steels and magic equivalents, Luna, blades, rapier tier, reavers, slayers, hammer, and cleave bow. 4 EXP, siege tomes, and devil weapons. And then basic stuff. Oops. Qualities of life. Trading, accessing the supply, and talking do not end the unit's turn. When player units die, their items are sent to the convoy if there is enough room in it. Hold L to mainly skip animations, blah blah blah. Select on the map to view attack range. Press select on a unit's stat sheet to see their growth rates. Promotion options for each class are listed in the class description. Promotion gains are listed in the promotion screen. Have fun. Yeah, that's it, I think. I hope you just have fun. Well, thank you, Rabinio. Be honest, guys, do you all ever use Pure Waters? Not really. All the times I get Pure Waters, I think I've used them a grand total of twice out of hundreds. Yeah. I don't know. There's some games where like they're a bit more useful than others, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same camp. I don't bother with Pure Waters, honestly. And the barrier staff is the give your staff bots free EXP, because God forbid we let staff users get a decent amount of experience, more than 11 per use.
Ugh. This is what happens when you cross Begonia, Tartaros' mightiest boss. Oh, if only I could see the look on their stupid faces.
Frankly, I'd rather not see it, because seeing the look on their faces means seeing their faces. And if we're that close to them, next we'll be seeing stars.
Don't be such a worrywart, Lopez. We got this. We tore down their walls, we waltzed through their gates. I dare say we'll be calling ourselves lords of this hovel soon.
I just want to avenge Fango.
They'll rue the day they took that moron from us. Nobody messes with Begonia's boys.
Actually, on second thought, would you leave this one to me, boss? Fango and I were close, you know, and...
Course. Have a good time, Lopez. I'll go back to the hideout and wait for the good news. Bring me that girl alive and I'll shower you with gold.
Vengeance would be nice, but maybe I should see if that girl will hear me out. It's worth a shot. She kept Fango alive, so I hear.
Alright. And now begins the enemy phase. So, Phobos is getting hit. That is not good. Alright, get a vulnerary. Give me a little... Oh, good grief. Phobos! Dodge, please. Just one. Alright. 50. Oh, that was a bad hit. Oh, doubling Hecate, and with the pointless critical. Alright, and I don't know if that thief... Okay, he's not in range, thank God. Sotor! Me boy. And we get joined by Kairos. Well, what have we here? A bunch of rowdy rabble-rousers plundering our podunk?
Gah, for the Kairos. No, this will not do. I beg you to return inside, your eminence. Our placid streets are fraught with danger on this day.
I can see that. How did this happen, Sir Sota? You and your merc friends are slacking off.
I can only apologize.
Well, I got my ceremonial blade with me. Need an extra pair of hands? These morons would prefer to attack us than the houses, I imagine. So the more the merrier, eh?
I could never. You wound me with a mere suggestion. To bring a priest into bloody combat, it would be a most heinous sin.
Perhaps, but it would be my sin, and you don't have to worry about me. I'm sure the Mother Earth will find it in her to forgive her foolish shepherd.
I know better than to waste time arguing with you, Father Kairos. I only beg that you ensure that you do not go to the Mother's side on this day.
So little faith in my abilities. Allow me to show you what this priest is made of. Alright, and we get Kairos. The town priest of Percote, uncharacteristically lax for a holy man. He is a magic blade, ascetics adept in the use of magic swords for self-defense. Whenever I hear the name Kairos, I can only think of Kairos Fate Weaver from Warhammer 40k. Well, I'm not familiar with Warhammer, so that's not what comes to my mind. Gross are 35% strength, 45 magic, 50 skill, 60 speed, 50 luck, 15 defense, 45 res, and 50 HP. Kairos, he's obviously very useful early game because there's a decent amount of axe users here. Okay, this guy's not that much danger. Let's see here. Let me think. Kairos, I don't know if I'm going to be using him long term because there's another spell sword who's going to be very worthwhile to use later on. It ties into one of my biggest problems with Hag and White is how this game handles leadership stars. It's one of the few things I don't care for about this hack from the footage I've done. Hang on just a sec. Sorry about that, my mom just decided to come in and then ask me something. Soda, you can knock this guy on the head. And he gets a level up. Not bad. Not super important that we care about him. Phobos. You go here. And use this vulnerary. Speed through that a little bit. And then Hecate. Hecate is almost one-shotting these guys. If only she gets one more point of magic, then maybe we can have her like just straight up bulldozing enemies at the start of the game. Kyra, pick this guy off. And get your first level up. What's it gonna be? Ooh. HP and all of the offensive stats. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Kairos is the most infamous demon of Sench, the chaos god of magic. He has two heads, one that sees the past and the other that sees the future. He's blind to the present. And Phobos gets defense. So very much the opposite to Hag's Kairos personality-wise. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. All things considered, because this Kairos is very chill. Very, very chill. Yeah. I mean, I am very unfamiliar with anything about Warhammer 40k, because it just doesn't look like my type of thing, but, you know. Interesting comparison there. Ooh! I forgot you showed up. Kyra, are you around here? Theme? Find somewhere to hide, hurry! What's going on? Awful lot of noise this way. Oh my gosh, brigands are assaulting Percote? I thought that they never came this far. What's happening? I'll tell you all about it later. Now please, get out of here. No, wait. I've got the bow you gave me. I can lend you a hand to fight them off. Are you kidding me? Look, you're making good progress. I'm not saying you aren't, but shooting humans is harder than shooting rabbits. Especially when those humans are actively trying to beat you up. Kyra, come on. I live here too, you know. I'm one of the few that can help, if only a little. I can't just sit still. Not to mention my brother. His leg hasn't healed yet. If they get to our house... oh, fine. But don't let me catch you trying any heroics, you hear? Do what you can, and if it looks to get rough, run. It's a little bit of an awkward sentence. I'm sure I'll be fine. You'll be by my side, after all. Alright, and we get Theme. Theme is a trap unit. even more so than most trainees are. A young villager from Percote, kind-hearted if a bit of a busybody. She is a Nimrod. That might sound like an insult, but Nimrod actually is a mythological reference. An aspiring huntress who is still learning the ways of the bow. She promotes into archer and fighter. Interesting. Promotes to fighter. She comes with aptitude, so her growth rates are, in total, 60 strength, 40 magic, 55 skill, or no, 45 skill. Jesus Christ. 55 speed, 40 luck, 25 defense, 25 res, and 75 HP. Unfortunately, none of that matters because she is not going to be sticking around in our party for very long. Which is unfortunate because I like trainees and I like having fun trying to make use of them. So, can't do that here. Kairos, you have a vulnerary, so we are going to use that and block off the path to this house. Great level. Theme, Percote's strongest child soldier. Is Theme a meme unit? I'll show myself. Yes, she is Theme the meme. Even more of a meme than most trainees. So I'm going to put you here. Phobos. I'm going to put you here. Pop a Vuln. And then what I'll do is, Kyra, you go this way. Hecate. Okay. You there. Okay, so you won't have to eat 2 hits. And Apate. Can do a real quick small HP heal. Alright. Alright. Nice kill. And then in the meantime, nice dodge. And get owned. And Kairos gets strength, magic. Oh, damn. All the offensive stats and some luck, too. That's nice dodge. Kairos be popping off. Unfortunate that he has to compete with a unit who gives leadership stars later on in the game. But nothing we can do about that. Okay. Phobos, you are in a bit of a pickle here. Theme, I don't really want to give you much of any experience, but I guess I can show off your little custom animation, because it's cute. Alright. And then Hecate. Oh, great. You're not in range to attack either of these bungholes. Kairos, can you kill one of them? No, you cannot. Alright. I guess that's one last swig of vulnerary that I'm gonna have to give you. And thankfully, there's no danger of any bandits getting into that house, so I think we can go this way. Kyra. Oh, you can attack the wall. Breaking that wall does not seem particularly worth doing. Phobos, I'm going to use this vulnerary on you and hope that you have enough dodge power to not get owned by those archers. Meanwhile, Kairos, you can just casually delete this guy. Kairos, that was Phobos. Did I make a derp while talking? I probably did, but honestly, I don't really care at the moment. Get owned. Level up for Kairos. He gets magic skill speed. Damn. He's popping off on the skill and speed. Which, I mean, those are his stats of choice. Okay, these guys don't do very much damage with Phobos on the forest, so I think we are safe. Yep. Avoid the kill. Avoid the kill like we avoid the Noid. Let's see here. Think. Hecate, you just nuke this guy. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. And I'll have Phobos do the chip. This bloke here. And then Kyra. You can come in. Alright. And then Theme, I'm actually going to send you on a quest to get some stuff from the shops. Because I think we could use some of that. Lopez, I don't want to have you come running to us just yet. Actually, who do I want to have engage him? Probably I'll send Soder out to bait the guy out. Yep, you did a me. It's I always derp talk. Yeah, I can believe that. Alright, Hecate! And then heal up Phobos. Kyra. Actually, I forget if, because I forget, I think Lopez, you actually just talk to him with Kyra, and that ends the chapter. Anyways, let's get the houses.
Rumor has it some deserters from the Inquisition are in the area. But who could possibly want a defect from the Holy Knights? Most laudable position in our land, and they would squander it. Anyway, back in my day, I was this town's finest archer. I would have showed these whippersnappers what for if this was 20 years ago. But, well, it ain't. And now the only battles I fight are with Lumbago. That archer of yours, though, she reminds me of me in my youth. Give her this bow for me, would ya? Stronger than the usual kind. Tell her to give those barbarians a walloping for me.
And we get a steel bow. That is going to go on Kyra, first chance we get. And then this house is... Oh man, I heard someone very special's traveling not far from here. She who is feared all around Tartaros, Heaven's Scythe. Do you think she likes poppies or roses better? What, in love? Me? You pulling my leg or what? I'm afraid. Scared out of my wits is what I am. I've been reading this book I found in the forest, you see. Now I'm worried it's hearsay and... Oh, I know, you take it. That way when the Inquisition arrives, it'll be your life on the line. Lol. Thanks for that. Sotor de Mayo. Okay, and then Theme, go to the armory. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll get Iron Sword. We don't have any lance users at the moment, and we don't get an axe user until a little later. I think that Iron Sword is probably enough. That'll be for Phobos once we get into a position where we can use it. Kyra, you get the steel bow. Actually, how much does that weigh? She has 8 con, 9. Okay, that's not too bad. Soder, you go over here. So that way we can have Pate visit.
I didn't trust that guildmaster guy at first. Who needs a mercenary guild in a small town like this? Let alone one headed by some hotshot from Glamorgan. I'll admit, though, been counting my lucky stars ever since. Turns out, when your town is tiny and out of the way, it's a ripe target for pillagers, pickpockets, and their ilk. Here, a token of my appreciation. I think it's about time. Here's hoping it brings you all good fortune. Alright, get a mother's icon, and don't get the capacity to heal. Alright. Let's see. I'm probably just gonna have Soder bait the guy out, and then Kyra can talk to him to end the chapter. Yep. Alright. Theme, I don't think you're gonna have time to go to that shoppy.
And here I thought we stood a chance to win. You know, since we're such fine fighters and all.
Alas, Lopez, you deal 0 damage with that poison sword. As poison swords are wont to do, they do not deal very much damage. That was a decent chunk of health, though. Alright, Fire and Flux. I don't really feel like we really need these right at the moment. No, an extra Flux might be nice for Hecate, but yeah, she doesn't really need it. In the meantime, Pate, get a quick heal for some quick EXP, and then Kyra, take us away.
Boy, wait a second there.
First you attack our village, then you ask me to wait a second? No, you don't get a second. All I'm giving you is an arrow.
Aw, come on. I hear you spared Fango.
Yes, he's been sleeping cozy in a dank cell.
Yeah, well, I'd like to go keep him company if at all possible.
Would you? That doesn't look like the reason you came here, does it?
Don't give me that look. It's not my fault, you know. You really got on the boss's nerves that last time. She wanted us to put on a show of force, as it were.
Begonia. She'll answer for this in due time, too. This time, it's all over for her, and for you.
Gee, you don't say. Look, at this point, I just want to keep my neck nice and uncut. Collect me in irons and haul me over to one of your dinky cells. I don't care. I just want to try living till I'm old and wrinkly.
I will grant you your request. But first...
Gah!
Ow! That's for the destruction.
And that's the end of the chapter.
The leader's down and the cronies are running off. The ones that still can, at any rate. We did it. Phew. Looks that way. Impressive display, I'll say. Still can't believe you joined the fray, Father Kairos. Am I about to get lectured? Shouldn't I be the one giving the sermons here? I'm okay, and you're okay, and so are all our neighbors. That's what matters, right? Certainly, but a priest fighting like this... I wasn't the most outlandish sight out here this morning. How about that old gal draped in the white rags? Interesting things I saw her doing, much as she tried to be discreet. Settle down, Kyra. She helped to save Percote. I won't tattle. We owe her that much. No words of gratitude? What are you plotting, priest? Oh, I'm doing nothing so nefarious as plotting, trust me. Perhaps I simply do not agree with all the tenets of my faith. Is that so unbelievable? I guess not. Thank you, Father Kairos. Just call me Kairos, would you? That title is so garish.
It's over already? Bah! Poor idiot bandits. Should have known better than to mess with Kyra and her jolly posse.
How's Elias?
Well enough. This kind of stress is awful for the poor kid, though.
Listen, could you...
Keep an eye on him while you settle the score with Begonia? As if you even need to ask. Maybe my one eye'll be square on him. So just go already, before she skedaddles.
Thank you, Edward. I mean it.
I don't need to get all sappy on me now. Besides, from you, I prefer Redbeard.
Kyra, let me go with you. Fiend, what did I tell you? I don't want any heroics from you. I appreciate the aid that you gave us, but they were just lashing out here. The Lion's Den will be different. Oh, please. Is it so wrong to want to help a friend? No, but don't you think your brother will be worried if you...
Come on, Kyra, don't be mean. Why should you be the only one that gets to play the hero? Your brother worries about you and you never let that stop you.
Enable her, why don't you?
Fine, I'll bring you along.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edward.
I think nothing of it, gal.
Kyra, I swear I'll be super careful. You won't have to worry about a thing.
I sure hope so. Shall we resume our previous endeavor?
Not yet.
We're going to see Begonia at her hideout in the Foloi Forest.
And then we'll see that she pays for her crimes once and for all.
Very well. I shall come along.
No, you've done enough. You can remain here if you prefer.
I wish to continue observing how you conduct yourself.
Huh? What does that mean?
Alright, fine, let's go. It's time for Begonia to be taught a lesson that she's had a long time coming. Alright, and that's chapter 1. Yay, the no damage sound from FE6. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It is the no damage sound from FE6. Which is... I mean, I don't know if I necessarily prefer it, but it is a nice change of pace. To have that sound instead of the usual little dink. On to chapter 2. The Brigands Fall. Well, here we are. Lady Begonia's grand estate. Not much to look at, is it?
This fort was built during one of the old wars with Glamorgan. Its purpose? To defend this once vital point so close to the border. With the years, however, it fell into neglect and disrepair.
And now it only serves to give lawless thugs a roof to cower under. Still, a fort's a fort. There's a reason we've not been able to take out Begonia for good. What makes you think that we'll win this time, Kyra? This time, I'm really angry. I'll climb the walls if I must. I'm taking her down. She'll rue the day she ordered the town where I grew up raised. Sheesh, never seen this side of you before, Kyra. If Begonia's not quaking in her boots, she's a downright idiot. And jury's still out on that one.
Please, my friend, please, let us temper our nerves. I completely understand your fury, this I swear. Yet you must let it haunt you, not, lest it cost you dearly. What we do today, we do for justice, not vengeance.
Yeah, right. You're right. Phew, I was afraid Sorter's pompous nonsense would just make you angrier.
What? Pompous? Me?
What, are you going to deny it? Even the knights I knew back in the capital weren't as uptight as you. Alright, that's enough. Get in there before they have a chance to react. Aye aye, Chief.
Bravery abounds.
Don't forget about me. I'm ready to fight too.
Theme.
Watch yourself, Theme. Don't be reckless. No heroics. I know. You don't need to keep repeating yourself.
Pretty good impression, girl.
Huh, I'll say.
If you're all done having fun, we've got a fort to clean up. Okay, I thought we were going to get a prep screen, but I guess not. Okay, Kairos, you still have a decent amount of things to make use of. Raleigh. A former Glamorgan knight. Their platoon deserted, but they themselves aren't the disloyal sort. And they are a dark knight. Heavily armored Glamorgan knights possessed of both might and magic. Promotes into general or black dragoon. And then we also have Begonia, a boastful and brutal thug who leads a gang of criminals. And alright, so we have to get Raleigh out of there. So I prefer it, TBH. Yeah, I mean it's a cool sound effect. Like the nice little clang that happens in FE6. Okay. Let me think here, because we do need to get a decent move on account of
on account of this treasure chest here. But, I don't know. I don't think Hecate can take multiple hits from these guys. So what we'll do is we'll have Soder go here. And then everybody else can... Oh, talk between Kairos and Kyra. There's a joke in there somewhere about both their names, but as much as I love puns, I don't feel compelled to make it. And then Phobos, you can link this. And then Kyra, talk.
What? Oh, you finally noticed me. Father Kairos, the heck are you doing here? Helping, obviously. Why? Well, the previous scuffle proved I have a knack for swashbuckling. A knack I'm going to put to use by cracking some brigand skulls. The scallywags have done enough harm. 'Tis the right thing to do. What, are you going to tell me to go back now? I damn well should. I can't just make a sellsword out of the town priest. Too late for that. The ways of the mother are truly inscrutable. So, dames first, or shall I lead this dance? Who ordained you? What were they thinking? A mystery for the ages, no doubt. All right then, onward and upward. No, seriously, who was it? I want a word with them.
This game's humor is pretty on point. I do like it so very much.
Drat, 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 1,000 times drat. She's here, banging on my doors, walking up my steps?
Actually, boss, it's more like dashing rapidly.
Gah. Normally I'd bet on our odds. We're the ones holding the fort. But this time, our bunch has never been in such bad shape.
So what do we do, boss?
The door should at least buy us some time. Keep 'em locked no matter what. No one gets in. And what are those southern deserters up to?
Helping to defend for the time being. But if we live, I'll imagine they'll demand more gold.
Who cares? At least we'll be alive. How about the stubborn one? Any progress?
Nope. Said I'll happily starve in this room before I lend you my aid. Scared me a mite, despite the locked door, so I just left.
Ah, you useless dung for brains.
So sorry, boss. I'll go back and try again.
In the middle of an invasion? On second thought, dung's too good for you. You. Get out of my sight now. It's all falling apart. Lopez, Fango, why'd you have to go and get yourselves done in?
I'm not dead, lady. Not yet, at least. Alright, nice job, Soder. He's cleaning the house and guzzling up EXP. Not necessarily what I want, but, you know, if it keeps the rest of my scrunklies safe, then I shall not complain too much. Alright. Kairos. Phobos. Kyra. And Theme. Nice clang. And get bombed. Alright. And now then. Next order of business is who gets what EXP? I think Hecate, you take this guy out. And you get, in return, HP, Strength, Magic, Skill. Goddamn. Hecate is popping off with her offensive stats, at least. Let's see. Kyra, I think you can take... Kairos, you take this guy out. Get an antitoxin, which Soder could probably use. Kyra gets a lot of XP from killing that guy. Got to heal up. And then Soder. And then Phobos. Come in and finish him off. Easy peasy. And now we have Dark Knights to deal with.
Blast, they've locked everything up tight, the cowards. None of the outer guards have keys we can use either. Solid stone doors. Curses, how will we get in? Maybe we should treat and try to find another way.
Leave the doors to me.
Wait, what?
I can open them with this staff.
You can do that?
It's really not that impressive. Just focus on fighting the enemies behind those doors. That I cannot do for you.
Just how many things can you do with those sticks, Apate?
And she gets an unlock staff. Which, don't get too used to having that around. Because it will not stay in our hands for very long. Okay, Kairos. Soter, you go here. Kairos, you trade him the antitoxin. Hecate, this ways. Phobos, you go up here. I'm trying to remember these guys' range. Okay, so they're not that big a deal. Heal up. And we get hit with the Fuck's Tome, as I jokingly like to call it. Alright. Okay, and I guess that thief there is the one who's going to try and make a beeline for the chest. He has a droppable chest key. Who's wanting free XP? Kyra? Well... Oh, you can just straight up, one round this guy with the steel bow. Oh, and even get a crit, too. HP, strength, magic, and luck. Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, now, we have to get this door open. Pate gets a level up, and she gets HP. Actually, what are your growths? 5 strength, 75 magic, 25 skill, 50 speed, 20 luck, 5 defense, 65 res, and 45 HP. Wow. She got one of the less good growths of hers. That's kind of impressive, actually. Actually, do you, Mister? Yes, you do have a longbow. That's what I thought. Good news is you're not going to be that difficult to lure into a position where we can bop you. Devil Axe. What you doing bothering with that? That weapon sucks ass. Oh no, we're getting attacked from far away. There's one very minor nitpick with the hack. It's that the allegiance colors aren't exactly your classic blue and red. I mean, I don't mind it when hacks do play with the color palettes of playable characters and enemies. Oh dear. I don't know if I necessarily prefer it when they change, but I think it's a nice thing when they decide to do that. Oops, don't need to do that. Let's see here. Whomst can deal with this archer? Hecate can just delete him. Nice job. And then we have Kairos and Phobos here dealing with this thief. Kairos, I'm going to have you go after the thief that's en route to the chest. And then Phobos, you can knock this guy out. Get a nice chunk of XP and level up. HP, strength, skill. Damn, Phobos is doing good. I wasn't sure if I was going to use him, but I might just have to. He's actually getting some pretty damn good levels. And we do have to deal with the brigands coming up behind us. I'm actually not sure. Okay, we get a halberd. That's... I don't know how valuable that is going to be per se. I also don't know if this thief is going to try and steal from us if we get in his range. I would prefer not to find out. So, Kairos, you pick this guy off a little bit. Apate. Heal up Soder. And then, Soder, you can bring up the rear. Oh, this guy has a hammer. Shit. It's fine. He's not quite in range yet. Phobos, you back Soder up. And then, meanwhile, we can have Hecate go over here. And that should be solid. Okay, thank God this guy does not steal. But he does poison me, which could potentially be a problem. I'm just so used to blue being good, red being bad. Like, OCA was basically one of the first ones. Magic, skill, speed. Okay, Kairos getting fast. OCA was basically like one of the first to change, and as much as I like that hack, I could not get used to the red palette change for there. I mean, Order of the Crimson Arm's main thing was like, you were red. Your allies were all red units, which, I mean, I guess it's fair that that's a little bit of a odd. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I guess it's fair that that's a little bit that would throw you off. I mean, I quite liked Order of the Crimson Arm personally. Alright, Kairos, please do not die from the poison here. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I was so scared we were gonna have a unit death right away. Killer Axe and Hammer. This is going to be interesting. Frick. Kyra, you okay, you just delete this guy. Okay, how do I want to do this? I have these guys up behind me. One of them's got a Sword Reaver, so I think what I'll do is, Soder, you pick off the one with the Sword Reaver, and you level up in the process, getting 9, 11, and 7. Kairos, you should probably go back this a ways and get the antitoxin off Soder and use it on yourself. And then I think Hecate, you can probably just, yeah, you just nuke this guy. Get out of here. Get a halberd that I think only Soder can use. And then I'm not going to heal up Kairos just yet. I am instead going to open this door.
And Raleigh, what was that? I see no key in the lock and no tools for picking it in your hand.
You stand there and question your newfound freedom?
Not at all. Would I be correct in assuming you're with the local militia? I've heard a lot about you in the past few days. Mostly cursing from my lovely hosts. So you've finally come to give them a serving of just desserts, eh?
Indeed.
Fantastic. I've been itching for some payback. From them and from my dearest defecting compatriots. You saved some leftovers for me, surely. Alright. Rally. They come with Iron Lance and Flux. I keep needing to remember that they're non-binary. Rally. Their growths are 45 strength, 40 magic, 35 skill, 45 speed, 30 luck, 35 defense, 15 res, and 75 HP. So not as defensive as I would like. Raleigh, I've seen people try to use them before, and they tend to, like, only get so far and then eventually bench them. So I don't know if I'm going to bother with them right out the gate. Oh, come on, Phobos. You could have dodged that easily. Freaking 28%. If you die because of that, I swear to God. Please do not. Okay, you couldn't even have unless that bandit got a crit. Jesus Louises. The RNG giveth, the RNG taketh away. It's a shame that OCA is never going to be complete, even if it is finishable. Anyways, Kairos cheated death there. Yeah, he kind of did. Very much did. He would have definitely succumbed to poison if that roll was a little bit higher. But yeah, Order of the Crimson Arm, like, it does kind of suck that the game is missing a bunch of boss quotes and supports, but like, I think that for what it is, it's a pretty solid Fire Emblem 7 hack. Definitely one of the better ones I've played, and I'm not really a fan of Fire Emblem 7 hacks, for the most part. Okay. Alright, so Tor... Fiend... Oh, that was a bad time to get hit. Not that it really matters, because you're going to take a big hit of your own. And we have archers moving in on us. Okay. Hecate. Just nuke this guy. Get a nice level up. Magic, skill, and luck. Okay. She getting stronger. She is definitely getting stronger. Kairos, you are running out of weapon uses. I think I'm going to have... Yeah, I think I'm going to have Phobos trade you his more damaged iron sword. Kairos does not use physical weapons nearly as well as he does magical ones. But that does not matter quite so much right now. Pate, you're gonna have to... I didn't press L fast enough. Nice heal. Okay. Pate. Pate. This is the third time I've made that joke this stream. And just moving everybody into position. Rally, do I want to try feeding you EXP right now? I don't know. I may save that for the next chapter. Nice dodge. And a nice crit. Saves one weapon use, if nothing else.
he just one off from one-shotting this bandit. Okay, I'm getting... Sorry about that notification. That was my mom texting me, and it showed up on my computer. Because I have my phone linked to my computer. Alright. Let's see here. This is the last enemy on the map, so I want to... I have to decide if I'm going to feed the kill to Kairos or Phobos. You know what, Phobos? Just bop this guy. Ouch. Alright, and from this point on, the only two units that matter to move are Apate and Kyra. More or less. So we can just zoom through this. And unlock the door.
Ah! What? How'd you do that? You didn't break down the door. I didn't hear you fiddle with the lock. It just opened for you. On its own. What sorcery? Alright, you know what? That's it. I'm done. It's been fun playing Bandit Queen. Had my quick kicks. But you win. Go ahead. Take the fort and everything I've built from me. Just don't open me up like you did that door.
Right. And then... just a couple actions later. And Kyra gets into position and seizes.
Ow! 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 Not so tight, you miserable little...
I don't want to risk you running.
Eh. Well, don't just stand there. Say something.
Do you really want me to? You've tested my patience enough for one lifetime. If I start, I may not be able to stop.
Bah, well, I ain't gonna apologize. I regret nothing.
I would have expected no less. Well, let me just put this in your mouth and we'll get going.
Hey!
Very impressive, if I do say so myself. My name is Raleigh. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Kyra, but what's one of the Dark Knights of Glamorgan doing here?
Good question. I think it goes without saying, but I wasn't here willingly. I finished my training and joined up with the Knights not so long ago. I was assigned to a brigade and told big words about the station's glory. Well, my squad mates differed. By quarter's end, they decided to desert.
And you with them?
They dragged me along, threatened me. And then they go and cast their lot with cutthroats. Small-time, utterly witless cutthroats at that.
What, you weren't immediately drawn in by Begonia's charming personality?
Huh! Well, they had to lock me in a storeroom, so... Say, you're mercenaries, correct?
Sort of, yeah. Feel free to come back home with us. We can discuss your future if you like.
I have nowhere to go and nobody to rely on. I'd be remiss to refuse your kindly offer.
And I would be a fool to pass up a chance to add your might to ours. At last, we did it. Begonia and her cronies won't cause trouble for anyone anytime soon. Way to go, guys. That was so awesome. They barely stood a chance. Are you always this impressive? Man, Kyra, you need to let me join your group for reals. Maybe in a year or two. Why the gloomy expressions, though? I thought you guys would be happier. This is one big problem dealt with. The heretic's powers, they're truly terrifying. She opened up that fort like an angler guts a fish. A little gratitude wouldn't hurt, you know. We wouldn't have managed this if she hadn't been with us. Heck, we might have all died back in Prakote without her.
And yet I cannot help but ponder upon the cost.
The cost? Come on, Soder, really? What are you even talking about? She's a heretic, Kyra. Don't come crying to me when she... Alright, I think I've heard enough. She's my guest, and I'll hear no more insults against her. Consider that an order. You got me, everyone?
I'll say. Perhaps we are all simply beset by exhaustion. It has been a most hectic day, Spring, truth be told. Let us return to the comfort of our beds, and then...
Sounds good to me.
Back in Prakote. How are you enjoying this hack so far? Hi, Floho Gamer. Yeah, I'm doing this pretty good. When you want your or need your unit to dodge in the eBay, like, no, I don't think I will. Yeah, it happens. What does it look like to you, Apate? How long did you say Elias has been sick? 4 years. I don't know how it happened. He was fine, and then he wasn't. Then he wouldn't get better. And just when we needed them the most, our parents died. And you have been living here ever since. Redbeard stumbled into town very soon after Mom and Dad passed. He's been kind to us. Kinder than he needed to be. Well, the good news is, I do believe I can cure him.
Truly? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Do you need anything? Tell me and I'll bring it to you.
Are you certain, Kyra? Indulging so in the work of a heretic can invite trouble.
What do I care?
I've never been particularly religious, anyway. To hell with the mother. You're the one who can save my brother. Strong words. Tell me, how do you feel about Hierophant Dolus?
The Hierophant?
Nothing much, to be honest. We're small folk living in a small town. The Hierophant exists in a different world from ours. I can save your brother, yes, but it won't be easy. The illness plaguing him, it is a most grievous one. It has ravaged his body so much for much too long. Strong, plentiful energy is needed to extend his time on this plane.
What does that mean?
Are you worried I'll ask you to find innocents to kill for their essence? No. I only need the bountiful life force of one singular man. A man who has earned a gruesome end 1,000 times over. What are you getting at?
No. No. Tell me it's not what I think it is.
Kyra, in order to save your brother, I require you to kill the Hierophant. That is one heck of a cliffhanger to leave the chapter on. Nice, glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, no, Floho, I've seen a couple people play through Hag, and like the thing that impressed me most about it is the writing. The gameplay, I have a couple of quibbles here and there, but like so far the maps have been pretty good and like a decent challenge without being too overwhelming. I am playing this on normal difficulty, so it's not going to be probably not going to ever get too crazy. All right, Chapter 3, Heresy's Punishment.
So this is when I laugh and you tell me what you actually need.
Do I look like the kind of person that jokes around?
That's what I was worried about. You do realize just how insane your request is, right? It's not like my heart's filled with love for the guy, but... I mean, suppose I decided to follow through with it. How many times have people tried to murder the Hierophant? That kind of news reaches even this tiny corner of the world. Almost as if they want to make sure that everyone knows to harm the Hierophant is impossible, and trying only invites death.
I am aware, but I cannot mix and match the weak energies of many. It is not so simple. There is but one way. His is the only life force that will suffice.
Why? Why the Hierophant? Explain yourself. What does he have that's so special? Or do you just hold a grudge? Want to make me do your dirty work?
If you refuse, I shall take my leave and disturb you no longer. But be warned, without my intervention, soon your brother...
Who are you? Just who are you, Apate?
Kyra, here you are. I think you'd better come out.
Oh, for goodness, what's happening now?
It's better you see for yourself. And fast.
Go. I shall await your return inside.
Uh-ohs. What's going on here?
Better ask yourself. Buckle up, though. This one might get hairy.
Who? The last visitor we needed, that's who. Greetings. Would I be correct in assuming that you are the famous Kyra?
Depends on who's asking, I guess.
Do you not recognize the crest upon my breast?
An envoy from the Inquisition. You're not the usual guy.
Oh, I was in the area on unrelated business. I figured I'd pass by. I've heard that this town is home to quite the fascinating sights. I am the Grand Inquisitor of Tartaros, Commander-in-Chief of her armies, and a couple more titles that I won't recite. I don't want to bore you. The Grand Inquisitor? The one they know as Heaven's Scythe. I do rather enjoy that moniker. Sandrati goes to the name. Charmed, I'm sure. It's not much, but we've got a little alehouse. You can have lunch on me. The pork chops are quite... Thank you for the offer. I hope we have time to try those pork chops later. But now, all I wish is to walk around. Take in the sights of this quaint village. The capital may seem so grandiose and opulent, but it gets old, you know? This will be a welcome change of pace. Would you please stop that and just tell me what you want? Oh, touchy. Fine, I will get straight to the unpleasant part. In the capital, all I see are sprawling cathedrals and tacky palaces. Today I think I'd like to see what a mercenary guild looks like inside. What kind of people it houses, things like that. Now's not a good time. Isn't it? Let's try something else then. I am looking for a friend. She's a bit of a scatterbrain, got lost on us. Elderly lady, about yay tall, ebony hair, white robes. Ring a bell? No. You hesitated for a brief moment, my friend. I'm shy. I get stuttery around strangers. Are you sure? Positive. Positive, or I'm lying to the nice Inquisitor woman positive? She's inside! She's inside! We've got nothing to do with her. She just showed up. Phobos. Good boy. That's much better. Lorenzo, be a dear.
At once, Madame Grand Inquisitor. I found her, Madame. The information was correct.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Anything else?
The only other person inside was this child.
Please, I don't want to go. Elias! Let him go. Let him go, or I swear... Oh, that's just perfect. Lorenzo, take both of them to the local jailhouse, would you? Her under charges of heresy, naturally, and... let's just say the boy tried to steal my satchel. Well, what's in it again? Oh dear, 1,000 gold coins. Not good, not good. Lorenzo, would you mind? Kyra.
Move, both of you.
Lying sack of filth. How dare you? Kyra, you forgot who you're talking to? Relax, she's not gonna hurt your brother. Are you? No, I'm sure this is all one big misunderstanding. You see, I too can be quite scatterbrained. I must have simply misplaced my bag. I'm sure the boy will be declared innocent in a couple days. And in the meantime, Apate vanishes, never to be seen again. I am glad we have an understanding. Now then, where's that alehouse you mentioned? Hey, Fiem? Yeah? Would you do me a favor? Keep an eye on them. Don't say anything and don't let them spot you. Just follow them and see what they're up to. Kyra, what are we going to do? Please, Fiem, just do as I ask. Oh, okay. But if we're going to do something, you better not leave me out of it. Yeah, come on, just get going. Forgive me, Fiem, I can't involve you in this. I'm really sorry, Kyra. I tried to intercede, I really did, but it was futile. A country bumpkin priest like me is but an ant in her eyes. She clearly knew what she was looking for here. Kyra, what are we gonna do? The Inquisition is cruel, but not stupid. They won't just murder a child for no reason. If we do nothing, I believe she will keep her word. We wait for the sun to set. Let's catch some sleep meanwhile. I'm exhausted. And then, we break in there and save them. What? That night. Alright, nobody should expect us to come from the forest. Still got time to turn around, lassie. Soon that ship will sail, though. Best make our choice now. Our choice is already made. We're not abandoning Elias and Apate.
Sheesh, you really took a liking to that woman in a few hours, did you?
You could say that.
Well, I want you to know I'm on your side as always. Oh, goodness, you're gonna need me this time.
One of these days, I really ought to start repaying you, Redbeard.
You can start by not getting yourself killed tonight, hmm?
Of course. So, how are we going to get in, Kyra? All doors are locked tight. We aren't just going to knock and ask politely, right? Why are you here, Phobos? I told you, you could stay. I don't need you here. I know. Look, I'm sorry something terrible, Kyra. I panicked. I shouldn't have done what I did. But that's why I'm here. I want to help make things right.
Come now, Kyra. Cease directing those harsh glares at the boy. The Inquisition would have found her with or without his aid. All deserve a chance at redemption. Would you not agree?
Just right. Alright, Phobos. Just be careful, okay? Don't make me have to go back to your mom with bad news. Thanks, Kyra. And thank you too, Soder.
What are friends for? Yet the question remains, and it is a fair one. Shall we break a window? Something to that effect.
No, that'd make too much noise.
Oh, damn it. This is just the back door. Gah! You!
Begonia's bald guy.
Why are you? How could you have known?
You sounded almost disappointed to find the exit. I can't help but wonder why that is.
Ugh. I ain't leaving here without my mates. What? Don't give me that look. I know something of loyalty. We may have been robbers and worse, but we had nothing else. Nothing else but each other. Me, Fango, Begonia, everyone else. As far as I'm concerned, they're my pals. I'm not giving up on them.
Huh. You surprise me.
Yeah, well, who cares anyway? You're just gonna beat the snot out of me and send me back.
Not at all. Your presence here is quite convenient for us.
What? Wait, don't tell me. You're here to...
Yes, we also have someone we cannot leave in there. If you help us, maybe we'll let you and the rest go. After you promise never to go back to your old ways.
Oh, it's enough to make me cry. After all the time you spent trying to land us in cells, now you're gonna help us get out of them? Well, that's rich.
Save the mockery. I'm in no mood.
Well, I for one am eager for a change of pace. So sure, I'll agree to those terms. Who knows, maybe I'll enjoy working for you better. Lopez, rogue extraordinaire, is now at your service.
There are no rogues in this game, Lopez. Excellent. Just, could the rogue extraordinaire stand a bit further away? The stench is driving me nuts.
Blah.
And he joins us. Alright, and this is the first chapter to give us a prep screen, finally. Hag does have obscenely good writing indeed. You get the cure to your little brother's TB. I get the Pope's head. Is it tuberculosis that is afflicting Elias? I don't know if they actually say it out loud, but it would be interesting if that is the case. Alright. Okay, secret book. I am going to stow that for now, because I don't think... how many poison weapons are we going to have to deal with in this map? Let me see. Well, first things first, we have Sandrodiga, the Grand Inquisitor of Tartaros, a fearsome woman known as Heaven's Scythe. She's an Inquisitor, she who carries out the divine task of expunging heresy from this world. You're not meant to fight her at this point. She also has skills, which is Frenzy, Fortune, and Nullify. And she also has these fucking things, Leadership Stars. Plus 3 hit and avoid to all ally units per star. I do not like this. Sandrodiga is going to stay here on this map for the first turn, and she's going to give everybody here a bunch of hit and avoid just for existing. And it makes this map kind of obnoxious to play.
And we have Lorenzo, right-hand man of Grand Inquisitor Sandradiga, fiendishly devoted. He is a great knight. Knights trained in many disciplines who serve as the sword and shield of their allies. And we have Yoke, an amoral sorceress hired to serve as warden of Percote's prison. She comes with a Luna Tome, which 70 hit. So that's potentially a nuisance. Alright, Iron Steel still... Yeah, it doesn't look like we have very much in the way of... We have Master Key. But it doesn't look like we have much in the way of poison weapons, so I am going to stow the antitoxin for now. Theme, you can give your excess iron bow to Kyra. Hecate, I'm going to have you trade. I'm going to put vulneraries on the frontline units as much as I can, just so that they're not. Just so that they're. I don't have to worry as much about dealing with. The fuck am I trying to say? So I'm not dealing with quite as much. I don't have to heal them as much. Jesus Louises. The symptoms are quite similar, and the timeline somewhat matches for the upper end of chronic tuberculosis. 10 leadership stars, damn, yeah. Like I said, Armory. This is one of the few criticisms I have of Hag and White is how it handles leadership stars, because there's a couple of points. There's a couple of different chapters where you're either given too many leadership stars or so little that the enemy has way more than you do, and it makes hit rates really obnoxious. So far so good. No alarms raised. Let's keep it that way, and... The heck's going on here? The guards are already up in arms.
And I'm telling you, I ain't standing down for nothing. I'm getting out of here with my mates or I'll die trying. So shut your pie holes and raise your lances.
Phone notifications. Have it your way, criminal. Run her through, lads. Careful, everyone. She managed to tear down her cell's door. Don't let her get a hold of you. Stick her from a safe distance.
Ha! Little squirrels afraid of getting a hug from Big Bad Begonia? Come here, I'm gonna destroy you all, weapon or no weapon.
Of course it's Begonia. It's always something with her. Listen, Kyra. They wouldn't have left Elias with those reprobates. Way I see it, he'll probably be somewhere less crummy. How's about a sniff around for him while you raise hell down here? Yeah, you're probably right. Good luck, Redbeard. Don't get caught.
Hey, you're the ones diving headlong into the lion's den. Aight, we'll meet up outside. I better see you there.
Escape with all units to the tiles marked by the blue flames. The situation will worsen in 16 turns, aka that's when Sandradiga is going to start. Well, we'll see. Okay. First order of business is to get rid of these guys, but you may notice that our hit rates are bad because Sandradiga is just standing there menacingly. And we also have Lopez. I forgot to... One of Begonia's henchmen, a bitter, sarcastic scoundrel. I think that's just his vanilla description for the last chapters. His skills... Okay, this is funny. His first skill is Stink. This unit stinks. No effect, but other units find this disagreeable. Lock Touch. Can open locks without picks or keys. And Despoil. So Lopez's main gimmick is that he has terrible combat stats outside of 13 speed. But every time he gets a kill, he gives you a coin that you can sell for 150 gold. And this is one of the main ways that you're going to be getting money in this game. I like this unit quite a bit, despite his terrible start. Part of that's because he has a nice little gimmick that makes him a little bit more usable pretty shortly after joining you. So we can't get to Begonia on turn 1, so I'm actually going to have Kyra try and shoot this guy. She'll either weaken him or just outright kill him. And she just outright kills him. That actually saves me a lot of trouble. Get a master key. I heard people loved using this guy. Invest into Lopez stocks. Yeah, there's a bit of a joke with people who have played Hag and White, called Lopez coin, which is because he's constantly getting you coins, so they treat it like a crypto thing. Oh, Jesus Louises. Them's some hit rates. Them sure is some hit rates. Alright. Never fear, we have Hecate here. Arlay. 57. Do you get more hits? Not really. Oh well. Raleigh, please do nice things too. For us? Okay, good. So we clear out some enemies. Turn 1. Alright. Lopez, you go on the pillar here just so that you're not in a ton of danger. Phobos. And then Kairos. Oh, you can just casually delete this guy. So kindly do that. Level up. Get strength. No strength. Let's get more speed. For whatever that is worth. Oh, right. Apate does have the capacity to move still. I kind of forgot about that. God damn it, Kairos. I mean, I say that, but, 77% hit rate with weapon triangle advantage. Do not care for this map at all. Begonia moves into position.
How are you liking your temporary accommodations, my lady? It's the best I could procure for you. I hope you're satisfied.
I will warn you once, child. You know nothing, and you are well out of your depth.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. His Holiness has been out of your blood for years now, you know. Out for your blood for years now, you know. A likeness of your face is one of the first things he showed me, back when I ascended to my current lofty position. In the capital, you are a well-known heretic. Legendary, even. And yet, never one word about why he so doggedly hunts you.
You will get no answers from me. You can stop trying.
Shame. Well, the night's still young. In a handful of hours, we'll be ready to depart for Amnisos. However, it's a long journey back to the capital. Long journeys can be uncomfortable, especially for travelers who prove recalcitrant, so to speak. Ponder it over for me, will you?
Do as you will. I have survived worse odds.
Oh, this is going to be good. Warden!
Oh, yes, my Lady Grand Inquisitor?
My troops and I will be busy preparing for our trip back. Do a girl a favor and please keep an eye on things, please.
I have guards posted everywhere. She shan't shut a toe out of her cell.
Remain on watch personally. I wouldn't want any unfortunate accidents to happen, hmm?
Of course not. I'll look over her myself. I'd just like to ask that you recall what we discussed.
My memory is sharp, thank you. Simply tell anyone who asks the story we outlined earlier, and you may find yourself lording over a far less dreary castle soon.
Then I'll stand guard for as long as you require.
Very good. Let's see how the boys are doing, shall we, Lorenzo?
Yes, Madame Grand Inquisitor.
Alright. Back to the action. Alright, so... I guess first order of business is get Begonia recruited. I don't think... You know what? Let's have Lopez do it.
Boss!
Lopez, you son of a hog! You're here!
Yeah, I came for you and the rest of the fellas. Looks like I didn't need to bother, though.
Still glad you came, though. Feels nice that you care.
Aw, boss, you're gonna melt my rotten black heart.
So you know where the way out is?
Sure do, but... Okay, hear me out, boss. This may sound crazy, but... I may have also stumbled into a golden opportunity.
Did you now? How's that?
Oh, let's just say the Mercs needed a favor from yours truly.
The Mercs? Wait, what are the Mercs doing in this pit?
Better ask the head honcho herself. That's right, she's here.
Don't mind if I do.
Whoa, hold your horses, boss. Where are you going with nothing to fight with? Grab this first. I borrowed it earlier.
Ah, now those rents are gonna pay. You know, the guards, not the usual rents.
Give 'em hell, boss.
They'll wish for hell by the time I'm done with them. And hey, Lopez?
Yeah?
Good going.
Oh, I aim to please, boss. And to get an iron axe for Begonia. So, Begonia, former leader of a gang of thugs now willing to try and reform. Begonia is basically all strength and speed. Her growth rates are 50 strength, 15 magic, 25 skill, 55 speed, 50 luck, 20 defense, 10 res, 85 HP. She doesn't have any skills at the moment. Yeah. So Lopez and Begonia have a thing where they, along with Fango here, can do a triangle attack, which is one of the easier ways to get kills for Lopez to get coins. I need to... Alright. Rally. Alright. Heal up Kairos. And then let's see here. Phobos, you go here. Kyra, you talk to Begonia.
Well, don't just stand there, Begonia. Say something.
That's my line, you runt. Why are you here, and why are you helping me? Why? Just why? Explain, damn it!
I owe nothing to you, Begonia, least of all an explanation. I am here for reasons of my own. Just stay out of my way and count your lucky stars.
Now hold just a moment.
Don't push your luck, Begonia.
I am many things, but dumb ain't one of them. I don't think. Something bad must have happened for you to pull a stunt like this. I know you wouldn't toss me into the river if I was on fire. But maybe we can scratch each other's backs here, huh? Let bygones be bygones. Start over, eh?
A truce it is. I see you already got a weapon on you.
Not the best, but it'll do. I probably got my fancier axe somewhere near. It's payback time.
Begonia!
I mean payback from the guards, of course.
I regret this already. Alright. Let's get into position. And then Pate, we can just sit there. And Fungo.
What? What the heck's going on out there? Keep the ruckus down. Just 'cause we're criminals don't mean we don't deserve to catch any sleep. Wait, what the? It's looking like a battlefield in here.
Pipe down, Clodhopper. Go back to sleep if you know what's good for you.
Aye, aye, Chief. Okay, that sounds promising.
Alright. And now to deal with enemies. Ouch. Alright, Kairos, please do not die from random hits.
Oh, what the fuck? Of course, it's because I opened my mouth. Oh, and I didn't save state either. Shit.
It was from an axe too, and after Sindradiga left and took all the leadership stars with her. Rewind. Rewinding not currently enabled. How do I turn that on? Emulation. You know what? Fuck it.
we're just gonna ball.
Guess that's it then. Oh, Mother, bestow your mercy upon them.
That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate that we had a death this early on. F's in chat. Oof, rip. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too bothered by it, because there's another spell sword you get not too long after who's gonna... who probably was going to replace Kairos, but that's still really obnoxious. Okay, this guy... need to deal... Okay, I don't think we can weaken that soldier very effectively, and Lopez deals no damage to everyone else. Shoot. This chapter is going swimmingly. Rally, knock this guy out. Get a door key. Kyra. Shoot this guy. I did not press L fast enough there. Exact damage too, which is just icing on the cake. Well, the worst part was it was an axe, so, like, the hit rate was terrible, so... 6 con... Steel sword is... 10 weight. And... whatever. I don't care. Lopez needs the strength. Oh, we can't even use it right way. Jesus Louises. Okay. Okay, so... God blessed. So it deals just enough damage to weaken that guy. It's a shame, too, because Kairos and Hecate have one of my favorite character support dynamics in this hack, but we're going to have to... forego seeing that. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should, like, try save stating, because, like, I don't necessarily usually like playing Fire Emblem like this, where I just leave units for dead, but I don't know, like, it's mostly just because I'm too lazy to be save stating, honestly. So, like, I don't know. The sounds of battle. Yet without that staff, I cannot leave this cell. It's just as well. I'm not out of tricks yet. She gets a physics staff, so we can get a little bit of extra healing done at range. Do that for Raleigh. Alright, Lopez. Can you damage this enemy? You can, but you can't kill. Oh well. I guess some EXP is better than none, but you also will die if you get hit. So I'm going to make a quick save state just in case, because I don't want to lose you. Alright, nice dodge. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the doors for these bandits.
I'm free? I'm free! Oh man, thank you so much.
Some of these bandits, I think, will actually take part in the map, and they'll end up giving your enemies one extra thing to worry about. It can be used as decoys to draw damage away from your units. Okay, Phobos gets strength. That is nice. That is always handy. Get a Flux Tome. Hecate, you can use that. Alright. Alright. Begonia.
Make them be gone, Begonia. Oh boy, we have enemies coming up on our rear. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Begonia go back a this ways, get the halberd, and then she can be the one to deal with those calves coming up behind us. Holy Rider, mounted Tartaran Knights, adept with graceful sword and mighty axe. Promoting to White Dragoon and Great Knight. Meanwhile, I should have pressed the L button there. Alright, update. Rally, you equip the Flux Tome and open this door.
Eat my underpants for breakfast, Freedom! I can't believe it! I ain't never gonna forget this. Write it down!
And Fango Dango is right here, and we can get him into the army on the next turn. Meanwhile, Sotor, you go here, equip this. And I guess Phobos, you can go here. And Hecate. Bring up the rear. That rhymes. Nice hit. Rally casting magic like, give me a handshake of death. And Firebrand. Thankfully, I don't think this guy doubles. This Merm doubles. Oh, God blessed. Sorry, Pa. I should have become a merchant like you wanted. Okay, that is 2 characters dead. Yay. This playthrough is off to a absolute swimming start. And like the fucking critical that ended this off. Begonia, please hit this guy just for my sake. That is not hitting him. At least you didn't get hit. Impressive 91 dodge. I don't know what the fuck is going on. In this anymore. It's like the RNG can't make up its mind whether or not it wants to be cooperative or not. Whoops. Yep, indeed, Cole. Jeez. Alright, shoot. Do I get Lopez coin, or... I mean, I can't even get a kill from him. On the Merm? No. Jesus Christ. This is going to be... This really is the unit of all time, isn't it? Alright. Talk to Fango, please.
Thought I'd find you somewhere around here, Fango. Lopez, good to see you, mate.
Same, man. You had us worried for a bit. Me and the boss, of course. But the gang's all together now.
Together in jail? Well, that went completely wrong, did it?
Oh, we kinda sorta tried to take over Percote. The mercs didn't take that lying down. But now everything's all sorts of out of control. I got no idea what's gonna happen next. All I know is...
Yeah?
Though I feel a lot safer with you on my side, Fango.
You can count on me, pal.
Alright, and we get a steel axe for Fango. Fango! Let's see here. Fighter. Promotes warrior bounty hunter. Okay. Fango, his bases and his growth rates are 65 strength, 35 magic, 35 skill, 40 speed, 25 luck, 25 defense, 30 res, and 90 HP. Fango is kind of basically just all power, at least starting out. I mean, he's a pretty solid unit to use, all things considered, but like by himself, he's maybe not the most useful. All right, Sotor de Mayo. Let's see here, Fango. You just clonk this guy on the head, please.
Kyra, you deal with some of these stragglers, bringing up the rear. You get a level up in the process. Please get something good. HP, strength, and defense. And then, Phobos, you can knock this merm out. Lopez is already MVP. Yeah, I wish. Oh, how I wish. Alright. What is your damage against this guy? You take less damage from the tome than you do from the axe. That's impressive, actually. This Hurricane Tome is also weird, because it doesn't hit flyers for effective damage. Which is a bit of an odd choice, in my opinion, but... oh well. And Apate, who... Phobos, I'm gonna give you this heal. Because you are most likely going to be in trouble. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice. Phobos is doing really well. He may not have Kairos' ability to use magic swords, but he is certainly he's certainly performing pretty decently. Although 12 damage from that Steel Lance is not something I wanted to see. Ooh, damn. Good level ups all around. He's getting all the offensive stats he needs. Oh, jeez. Oh, this could end badly, because he's going to have to face that mage in combat. Please, Phobos, do not get yourself killed. Alright. Well, we live to see another turn. Alright. Begonia, please delete this cav. Nice. Alright, and she gets a level up. Actually, I forgot to mention Begonia's one of the first... okay, skill and speed. That's nice. Begonia is is the first character to have a leadership star in this hack. So she's kind of a very important unit to use in a lot of ways. Alright. Let's see. Soder, soften this guy up, please. That's my last sip of water for this streaming session, so I hope I don't get my throat dried out too badly going forward. You can't deal any damage to this guy, so we're gonna use Phobos to take him out. And you also deal no damage to this guy. Brilliant. And Fango, this guy's wielding a freaking axe. Please hit. Okay, good. Alright. Dealing with more enemies. Makes sense given she was leader of that bandit group for the first couple of chapters. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why they did it. And honestly, like, leadership stars are super important in this hack, so... so it's kind of, worthwhile to load up on as many of them as you can. Right, 4 damage. Fongo, you probably kill, yeah. You know who doesn't kill, though, is Sotor. Unless he uses the Steel Axe. 7. And then 8. That's not enough. I can see... Yes. Yes, that is just enough to set Lopez up for a kill. Alright. Alright, Fungo! Your first level up shall be Strength and Defense. Okay. That's not too bad. Lopez, your first kill! And the first, we get a hurricane, and we also get a coin. Lovely, lovely coin that we shall make use of in the future. Excusey. Phobos, yeah, that's probably for the best. I mean, well, neither of these characters are going to be using that fire sword particularly effectively. Alright. And Apate gets a level up. And she gets resistance. That's nice. I guess. Okay, we have calves coming up on us, so... Okay, how do I handle this? I think how we're gonna have to do this is start with getting Begonia caught up with everyone else. And I have treasure chests that need to get. Still have 4 uses of Master Key, so Cairo will be on chest duty. And then meanwhile, Lopez. I can't use Firebrand yet. Steel Sword, Iron Axe. So Phobos is probably best off going out in front. Fango can move back just a sec. And then Sotor can take point. Nice Steel Sword, jackass. Okay. And we have more calves coming up on our ass. That's annoying, actually. Alright, we get a compact axe, which is the short axe equivalent, I believe. Yeah, it's the second tier of throwing axe in this hack. Okay, I need you out of the way. And I think Hecate is going to have to be the one to do that. First off, let's see if Lopez can even damage this guy. He cannot! So there's no point in trying to triangle attack, I don't think. Oh, well. You know, Begonia, talk to Fango for shits and giggles.
Fango, you're still alive?
Boss, yeah, the girl let me keep my head. Been here hoping you'd come for me. Now that you have, let's find the runt. I'll render into tiny little pieces.
Settle down, Fango. Things have changed. She and her friends are the ones who saved us.
What?
I don't know exactly what's going on myself yet. But I know something weird's gotten into the runt. This could mean good things for us if we play this right. You with me, Fango?
As always, boss. Just let me at him.
No holding back this time. Run right through him.
Lopez, just go ahead and do pointless triangle attack for the sake of it.
Keep your eyes wide open now. You wouldn't want to miss our dazzling triangle attack.
I do like Lopez's little custom crit animation. Just wish that triangle attack made it so he ignored defense, so that would have been pointful and gotten me monies. Oh well, Soder. Soder can just pointless crit. Does this chapter still have that term limit even if the lady has gone for now? If you wait 16 turns, then she does show up again. Sandradiga does come in and tries to body your Skrunklies, so you do have to get out before that becomes a problem. Although I am going to have to. This is obnoxious. You know, we'll have Begonia's bandits go back and deal with the calves. Begonia's got the halberd, and Fango can probably knock some heads. Alright, Lance Reaver. That would have been nice, but alas, it was not to be. Okay, hand axe, sword. Alright. I forget if this boss moves or not. I'm going to say... I believe she does, actually, yeah. No anima triangle means that we can have Soder Baiter out. Use the pure water to up his res. And then Phobos, you can just kind of hang back here. Alright. Alright. Nice job, Soder. Weapon rank increased to C. That's nice. And now we have these guys.
What in the world is happening here? No, tonight of all nights, I cannot afford this.
Alright. Using pure water is pointless because Yoka is armed with a Lunatome. That is a very silly basic-ass mistake. At least Soder gets a level. HP, strength, speed, luck, defense, res. Nice. That is very sexy, if I do say so myself. Okay. Whomst is the most... Okay. You need to get lost before you try and do anything silly to Kyra. You have the sword. Shit. Good grief. Oh, so very annoying. What? Oh. Because I'm holding the L button down too early. Ba. And that's a miss. Crap. Okay, this situation is getting a little bit, Alright, Phobos, you get the boss kill. I would rather start going for the exit.
Ah, well, dying in this familiar darkness is not so bad, actually.
Alright. Phobos gets a level. Get something good. HP, skill, and speed. Not bad. And then Hecate, you take this guy out. Not enough for a level up. And thankfully these calves are looking like they're gonna go for Kyra rather than anyone else. This chapter is going on a lot longer than I thought it was. Alright, Hecate. Magic, skill, and defense, and HP. That is a nice. Oh my god, stop with the freaking... Holy Riders. This is actually getting irritating. Lopez, you still can't do anything to these guys. Jeez. How very obnoxious. At least we have Begonia to fall back on. You know what, Fungo? I'm actually going to give you the halberd so that you can stay behind and deal with these numbskulls. I don't even know if Lopez is going to be able to get us any more coins on this map. Alright, Phobos. And then I'm actually going to end turn, because I don't want to start advancing on those guys just yet. Alright, off to bed now. Hope the rest of the stream goes deathless. Okay, thank you, Armory. Good night. Alright, Fungo. Hopefully you do decently against the rest of the crew. Alright, Lopez. Ba-ba-bum. Alright. Please it? No. That's unfortunate. Alright. Alright. Fungo, I'm gonna need you to start making tracks for the exit. Because what turn are we even on? 15. Oh, jeez. This is gonna get awkward real fast.
Would you look at that, man? The way out's wide open.
Let's go before this turns out to be a dream. If it doesn't, count on this humble brigand to be eternally grateful.
Eternally? You got any idea how long that is?
Oh, excuse me. That's cute. Okay. Okay, Phobos, that was completely unnecessary. Okay. So, Tor, please do not get doubled. Thank you. Alright, that's a good hit. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be the last one that Fungo's going to get. Because this Cav has a ranged weapon. And here she comes.
Goodness, I look away for 5 minutes and pandemonium breaks loose down here. Could that girl and her little friends have... Oh well, I'll figure it out later. Everybody, forget the warden. I don't care if she still lives. I shall assume command. Give chase. Apprehend the escapees.
Yep. So we have Sandradiga here. And that means it is time to GTFO. Because we are not going to survive fighting this woman. But first things first, we have to get Apate out of jail. Actually, Lopez, you still don't do any damage to this guy. Jeez Louise.
My thanks. Let us exchange no words at this moment. I know the way to the exit. I will rely on you to take care of the guards. And for the time being, I'll conceal this once more.
Ah, she loses her physics staff, damn. Back to basic heal. Okay. Alright, Kyra. Alright. Phobos, do you have a decent hit rate? Okay, yes you do. Good. Okay. So we have to get up here, past these two bellends. This is gonna get... This is about to get real awkward real fast. Alright. Oh, and we still have more freaking calves that we have to deal with. And none of them are going to be easy to deal with. I have fallen into the trap. Oh, and these assholes have Void Curse. Damn. Crap. That means no XP for me. Oh well, at least they're not super difficult to take out. Oh, for fuck's sake, Hekate. Well, Phobos, you have to weather that hit. Soder, fire.
What? Oh, that's terrible time to miss. It is the most terriblest miss of all. Begonia, please? Okay, thank God. I swear to God, if I lost a third character on this map, I was gonna flip. Yeah. More calves on my ass. Story of my life. Alright, Fongo, please get the hell out of here. Phobos, get into position, because I do want you to chip one of these guys, at least. Kyra, well, your hit rates are not great, but that's what we get for letting Sandy be standing behind us. And I think Begonia, is gonna have to... Sure. Alright. Get one of these guys. Nice job. Yeah. Oh, come on. More Void Curse assholes. They're probably just gonna show up every turn. Fuck. Now my hit rates are complete dog shit. Okay, that's one deleted. Hecate, do you double? You do. Okay, thank God. Damn it! Fucking hit rates. Swear to God. At least Apate gets a level up. Skill and speed. I'll take it. Taking more unnecessary hits is not something I want. HP and skill, whatever. Begonia, you get this kill. Close the map out, please. And that is basically everything important worth doing. So just get this asshole off our tails. Lopez, you block this guy off from Apate, although hand axe, so only so much you can block. Yes. Alright, thankfully no more calves coming this direction. Lopez. My God, Lopez. This unit seems so fun to use when everybody else did it, but for me, he is predictably getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hecate. Okay. You are not in range of any of these attacks. But even so, I am going to use the power of rescue chains to move you a little further up. Right. Kyra, you and Begonia, you can start getting out.
I may run today, but make no mistake, I ain't gonna forget this.
Oh, this is really down to the wire. And admittedly not for the right reasons. And fucking hell. Oh. Halberd. Equip.
Lopez, you get out of here. Kyra, you get the hell out. Sotor. You keep the Hurricane equipped. We'll heal Fango up. He has less defense. Phobos, get out of here.
That was horrible.
Oh, that's more damage than I wanted to see on Sotor. Please, for the love of God. And dead.
And thus I fall, my honor in tatters.
Great. Gotta be honest, I am not happy with how I've played this map. Not at all. Alright, Fungo. Lopez, get out of here.
So sorry I can't keep blessing this battlefield with my good looks.
Kyra, be gone.
Out, everyone. We've places to be.
And Apate, you go here. And we just have to hope and pray that you don't get owned. Which you may just be... God, 99 hit on a freaking Iron Blade. Goddamn Iron Blades. So much enemies. Okay. Fango.
Out of my way, I'm getting out of here.
Hecate. Fantastic. And Apate.
I live through one more day.
Oh, that was a chapter.
You freed all my guys? And you kept us all safe.
And now you'll go right back to pillaging. When I catch the one who went around opening cells...
What?
Kyra, that was you for most of this chapter. Jeez. You and your selective memory.
What? That ain't happening. Not on my watch, it won't. We've had enough trouble with the law, I reckon. In fact, I think I'm gonna stick with you for a bit. You could use someone as strong as me, right? This could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
You've got to be kidding me.
As for the rest of my boys, pay 'em no mind. They'll find their own way out. They're good at that. But ain't not one of 'em that's gonna forget this. Chin up, girl. I'm sure this'll pay off for you someday.
I wonder. Is everyone here? Let's take a breather. Only for a moment, though. We've got to disappear fast. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? We just broke you out of prison.
That woman, she knew.
Knew what?
My staff that can pry locks open. She took it from me so that I could not break myself out. How could she possibly have known to do that? Was she not warned by someone who witnessed its power firsthand?
The brigands? No, wait, that's stupid. They had no idea what hit him. Wait, but that means...
You betrayed me, Kyra. Either you or someone close to you.
That cannot be. Surely that's not it, Apate. She's the Grand Inquisitor. No doubt she's privy to many secrets. She was probably just already aware of your stick's existence.
That is possible, yes. In any case, we have not the time to argue over this. I merely wanted to ascertain that I could still place my trust in you.
You've no reason to doubt us. We came for you, see? Now come on, we've breathed enough. Time to move.
After you.
Okay. Jesus Louises, that was a chapter. I think it was a mistake to do that right after the other ones. I probably should have ended right at the prep screen. Guess Sandroticus just showed up to Aura Farm or something. Yeah, basically, But yeah, no, I am not happy with how that map turned out. This is a bit cheap, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and replay that chapter again. When I first read the line of Pate about Sandy being warned about Unlock said, I assume she was talking about Dolus. No, that is not what happened. But yeah, I'm not happy with how that chapter turned out, losing 3 units in one map. So what I'm actually going to do, and this is going to be a little cheap, but what I'm going to do is I am going to replay that map off screen on my own time and try and get through it with less death and destruction. I'm still going to probably make a highlight out of the Kairos death moment, because that was really silly and funny. But yeah, I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to redo it, and we'll be back next time. So I will see you all. Understandable. Okay, thank you, Cole. I'm glad that no one takes umbrage with that. But yeah, so next stream is going to be Sword of Heaven and Earth again. That will happen on Thursday coming up. And then after that, we will return to Hag on Saturday, I believe. So yeah, I hopefully will see you guys there. Thanks for joining me on this. I know that my commentary kind of started to shit the bed towards the end because I was focusing so hard and running out of things to talk about. But yeah, no, this was a pretty enjoyable stream, I would say. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on Thursday, hopefully. Bye-bye.